The saying goes, when you've got it, flaunt it. And when it comes to history, Tissot have it. And they're flaunting it here with the Tissot PRX 40205, a new model inspired by one from 1978. The watch is 40mm in diameter, a couple of millimeters larger than the late 70s model that inspired it. But it has an extremely wearable lug-to-lug width of just 44mm, meaning it will wear comfortably for those with slim wrists. The height of the watch is 10.4mm, which is also at the slim end of town. Another important upgrade on the original is the 100 meters of water resistance and sapphire crystal glass. Now look, we're going to go into this in more detail, but this watch features brushed and polished finishings that are frankly well above its pay grade. On wrist, it wears very reasonably thanks to that 44mm lug-to-lug, and it's also cool to the touch thanks to a solid steel case back, and it's very light thanks to that movement, which is an ETA F06.115 quartz movement. Look out for the end of life indicator as the battery's 2-year mark approaches. It will leap several seconds at a time to indicate its time is up. Now let's talk about this delightful case finishing in more detail. The highlight of this watch is not the movement or the legible and attractive dials with their gentle sunray treatment and vertical brushing. It is the finishing of the case, and even more so, the bracelet. What a beauty. Just roll this watch over in a nightclub and then roll it back and you'll know what we mean here. As for the case, it's quite a coarse and noticeable vertical brush to the barrel-shaped case with a highly polished bezel and polished sloping bezel sides. Back to that bracelet, the pleasantly thin tapering bracelet with those horizontal links has very tight tolerances and tight, precise, but still pretty flexible link articulation. Honestly, at a glance, this bracelet gives the impression that you are wearing a high-end watch. It is that good. It is closed with a butterfly-style deployant that is easy to operate and clicks in fairly satisfyingly. Onto the crown. Now we do have 100 meters water resistance, but we do not have a screw down crown. This is a simple pull out crown, and the action of the hands as you adjust the time is nice and tight with very little play as you adjust the crown. Now, one minor quibble that people might have is the possibility that the seconds hand will be misaligned to the minute markers. We have seen this in the comments. As you can see across these three models, it is possible because there are variances, and it's just up to you if that's a deal breaker. At this price point, you really don't expect perfection, and in this case, it's going to be little quirks with each model individually. In summary, the Tissot PRX is exactly what it promises in the acronym. P for precise, it is an accurate quartz movement. R for robust, it is tough and secure on the wrist thanks to that very nicely finished and engineered bracelet, and it is water resistant to 100 meters, which is the X in the equation. As you can see from these final dial macros, there are slightly different finishings to the dial colors. The black and the silver both have a very fine vertical brush, and the blue has a gentle sunray effect, which is radial. These are very handsome and very on-trend watches in 2021. They are a democratized version of a steel sports watch with an integrated bracelet, and they are priced at a level that is very hard to resist. The only question left, will you wait for the Powermatic 80 automatic version? I don't know if I can wait. Looking at these and having had these on wrist, I'm ready to go now.